Okay, I'm looking at GM here for a long right now. It's at its all-time highs. I'm waiting for it to retest this 9 here, but it keeps looking like it keeps wanting to move higher.
QCOM.
My risk, by the time it gets up there, this is probably going to be at the 60. Profit target. Profit target's going to have to be the whole number, because I don't really have anything else to go off of here. I'm going to put these in now. I'd like to see a bounce here. Could reset and make a different triangle, which wouldn't be bad. I definitely don't mind seeing it around VWAP again.
GLW.
Retesting VWAP. This thing has been going off all day. Alright, that's a pretty big move down. Oh shoot, it could be setting up for a short again here, because now we're underneath the VWAP, but I don't know. I don't like taking it right as it makes the triangle. I like to see it come around again.
QCOM.
I'm just gonna close these because I don't even use them that much anymore. I don't even take a look at them. Alright, so on the 5s, we're definitely holding above the VWAP here. On the 15s, we got a little close below it and a big wick. 10s, meh. Could be an interesting short if it breaks underneath, though. These are all at 38, so I'd want to put it at 37. I mean, I'd probably have to do full size right off the bat here. Stop loss could be about 50, so that's about... shoot. Yeah, big buyer there. 50, 12 cents. I could do 400 shares, not 4,000. Alright, I'm gonna take this one either way here. If it gets underneath. Profit target is gonna be... looks about 15. Okay, I am in. Initial reaction, it's not breaking hard, so this might not be the real move. Okay. I want to see in the 10s. Wow. Alright, well, I'm just gonna get out of that. That was ugly. That was a 15-cent snapback. And I mean, that took me out real fast. Alright, well, it's coming back. I still have a buy order in here. It's not going to be 400 shares. I think I actually took a little bit too big a size on this one. I was feeling it in me. Yeah, that was the 5-minute candle close, so that makes sense. No, it wasn't. This was a 5-minute candle close. Here's what the 5's telling me. I know I took it short. Obviously it's better long, but I mean you can never really tell with symmetrical triangles. I don't know, the way that it's staying above VWAP like this, maybe I should have known better. It's struggling at this 20. Wow. Well, what is that? Alright, well, no trade for now. Okay, well, I was looking at HMNY, and I mean, as soon as I click the button, I'm taking this one on the 5s right now for a falling wedge. It's making the pattern on the 1s, but it's kind of the same situation for the 5s here. Profit target's going to be at 36 right now, so it's basically a 1-to-1 trade. Uh, 35, 36-ish. The spread's kind of ridiculous right now here. Hope to God my sell half button works. That spread's a little ridiculous, but I'll see it get up there. Anyways, moving averages is going to be a little bit of a problem here, and it looks like this 20 is acting as one right now. But we're looking pretty good here. Okay, I was risking 20 cents to make 30 cents, so my size is a little small right now. break. Keep going, keep going. Big buyer. Big buyer's gone. Come on, get to the 30s. Big buyer again. Spread's tightening. Might see it here. We're sticking above the 20 now. Okay, this is the point in the trade where there's no reason to let it go against me. I'm not liking how it's acting. It's just, it's struggling, and I think there was a hidden buyer somewhere in there in the 20s, and I couldn't really tell if he was going to break or not. So, if it's going to struggle that long, I'm just going to take it and get out. I'll have to see what it does later. Still got another minute or so before the bar closes, but just 13 bucks. Okay, looking at CAT right now, I just saw this one, so I'm not going to be able to write anything down on it. Spreads a little up there. Let's see, risking 20 cents, make 30 cents. If it's gonna go, it's gonna go. My profit target, I really don't want my profit target to be all the way up here. Or just up there. I don't know, maybe it will, right? It doesn't look that good. I don't know. Because you can see the hammer, and then it gets above the view up, and it pulls back, and it gets above, and it pulls back, and then you get another hammer. Volume is obviously decreasing. I don't know. This isn't really, it's not clean. It's not really good. I don't think I like this one enough to take it. Alright, well that's good. That's good. No reason to overtrade. No reason to sit there and try and take every single pattern that I see. I do want to record this one for recording purposes. I want to see what it does. I mean, if it does break, it's realistically, I mean, you got this big candle here, obviously a really nice move, but I mean, it pulled back nearly immediately. So I mean, this is gonna be a point where it's gonna be a problem. So I mean, if I took it right now at this 20, I'm looking at 40 cents. It's like a 1-to-1 basically, if even. it right there. This time is a little different though because it's got the moving averages fairly close underneath it. You know, the 20 wasn't really in play at this time. The 9 is definitely in play for this one. Yeah, if I took it, I should be out for sure, so smart move, I guess. Okay, I'm looking at GM again. It's made a really nice run up here. It's kind of struggling with this 40. If it breaks this 40, got an order in at 41 for 400 shares. Trying to get about 55 here. Stop loss is going to be a close underneath the 9. Depending on what it is here in the next couple seconds, that'll probably be about 30 cents, 31 cents. Ooh, Tesla is helping. Tesla's definitely helping. Okay, I'm in. Looks like it just clipped me in. You can see the 5s are just starting to break through here. We got about a minute and a half before it closes. Kind of a refresh seller situation here. What the? It didn't even... Okay, well somehow I got put in and the stock didn't even touch 41. Well, how does that happen? Well, I don't want to be in the trade if it's not in the trade. If it never clipped me in, so that was dumb. So I guess we'll go for 42. Waste of commissions. Could probably raise my size even right now, but at the same time I don't want it to do something just like that. Yeah, that 40 level is going to be kind of tough here. But the 9 on the 5s is coming up on it. We just closed that bar too. That was ridiculous. I don't know why that put me in. Oh well, I'll turn it back on if it gets back up. Alright, we're right back up there again. Like the 20s held pretty well. I really made my limit that much. Well, same situation. That 9 is right there. So again, wouldn't be surprised to see a bounce or something. Although the 1 minute's closing like this, I don't like that. Alright, well, we'll just have to see what happens. Alright, looking at CAD again here for a long. Obviously, the moving averages are all kind of coiling underneath it. The 50 is kind of really acting as a good support right now, as well as the 5 on the 9s coming up here. You can see it's kind of bouncing off the VWAP. The 15s are kind of holding above it here. Just now looking at the 10s, same kind of situation. It's going to be a 1-to-1 trade here, because obviously you can see all these wicks up here on the 1s, and this is the 50% line of the opening candle, which I thought was kind of interesting. So, well, maybe on the 5s. Nah, not so much the 5s. Yeah, it's a little closer to the top. I'll start breaking down now, though. The candles are going to close here, or the 5 minutes going to close here in 40 seconds. So I might be redrawing this one again, might wait a little longer on it. If we close in the 30s, it looks like we're alright though. Looking like it's moving down. Could turn into a short, but I don't want to take it for a short for obvious reasons. Kind of interesting, the 5s look the same as the 1s on the top trend line, but absolutely not for the bottom trend line here. Yeah, that's what it's looking like on the 1s. If it breaks underneath this VWAP and this little area right here, the 9's at the whole number. So I mean, if it breaks VWAP, gets pulled over below this, could actually be pretty short too. Let's see. Nice, a little bit of it. It's fine. 94 and like 84. I'm trying to get in this little range here better too, because I get a little bit early entry in my profit build, just so kind of, it increases the R for me. So I'll take 55 still, it's early, I can do 60. 200 shares. By the time I see stuff very nice, probably gonna be up 40, so yeah, still that same situation here. Because the VWAP off it, like that. Second entry not open, so it's kind of flat. But I do accept. I'm just gonna go all over the place here. Well, this kind of same trade that GM trade, I was looking at the way, it was either short or long, and yeah, I just do right behind and made no difference also. You know, maybe same situation happening with Cat. I still think it's a good idea, that was crazy. Five minutes closer, isn't it? If I were to short this, I would short this little bit longer. Alright, now I can change this to 55. I'll make it okay. Looks like inside on add early. Half size right now, half size on break. That's a big trend line though. Go away. Can't tell. Wait, like a 5 minute candles here. This 9 getting above these candles, that was really short, but short right into that 9, -3. Just 5 minutes. You want to make green? I can 7. Wait, candle 5 there. It's gonna close right at the top of the resistance. And I have the 50 for right, I second. Nope, never mind. Just on top of it. Hit that 50, got high 49.5. Alright, this is fine. This is gonna be some 2 point now. Make sure the breaks 50 before I do it. 20's a little bit. The 140 stock, we're still hitting near 50,000 shares every now and then. 25's everywhere. They can still make big 4 5 move, so I'm not in that trade. Alright, get squeezed though. Get fine there. I should redraw this one. Okay, 9, pretty much everything's up 35. I'm getting 51, about 15 cents, make 30 cents. So let's try to go 2 1, so that's good. I'm not sure yet. The 9 5 is 14. So it's gotta break 14, it's gotta break the it's gotta break the whole number, it's gotta break through, so pull that right there. It's absolutely long. So I pull it already. Oh, that could be a reason for the resistance up there. Bounced off of the 50 there. All over the place. Wow. Well, there it goes for a short, I guess. If I was in this trade, I would have taken it right below the whole number. But I mean, it's got everything in the way. The 20 is right here on the 5 minutes. All right, well, I don't really see myself long in this one anymore, so I think I'm gonna call it on this one too. All right, well, apparently CAD is right back in it. I mean, it pulled back pretty quick here. You can see on the 5s it made this big hammer. I mean, it went down there, it retested, and then it shot straight back up. So we're still in it. Volume came in. I think 40 might be a little too early. 45 is kind of the sweet spot. Right in the middle to get half size, and then if it fails to break the 50, well then luckily we only have half size, so you know, reduce the risk. Same situation here. The 20's pretty much caught up right now. The 20's at 12. The 9's at 16. And the VWAP's at 9. Same situation. There's just a whole bunch of stuff in here. Well, now it might actually turn into a good short. Short below VWAP, but yeah, I just don't know. I don't like these wicks. I got bought up pretty hard here, especially whenever you look at the fives. I mean, now these moving averages are pushing it down. Would I short this stock? I could short it here under a break of a VWAP. My profit target could be obviously probably 90. 45 is pretty far now. Do something like 42. If I wanted to short this under VWAP, it would still have to break this, the whole number. Well, there it is now. If I took it, I mean, I probably could have taken, I don't want to say 500 shares, not on this stock, that's too ridiculous. I mean, 400 shares max, and I could have, you know, tried to get it probably about 90, but I mean, that's just nothing. It's not good enough. But man, we're getting to the point here where if it keeps doing this over and over again, making a new low and making me redraw things, there could eventually come a time where this stock ends up consolidating around here, and then finally after the break here, it could be a nice short. Well, there it is. There's the short. I guess it really did want to move down. Oh my god. There's a $400 trade right there. Oh my god. What just happened? That's unbelievable. I mean, I see the trade, but everything for the longest time was telling me that this is a long. And I mean, I guess once that 20 finally caught up, this thing's just been wanting to move, I guess. That's crazy. Alright, well, missed out on that one. Alright, I'm gonna call it a day here. Not see anything else. Went over every stock on my watch list. There's nothing much else to look at, so might as well end it. Nothing's really forming anything, honestly. Things are just kind of losing volume, not making any patterns anymore. So just do a quick review. First trade that I took, I don't think it was HMNY. I'm pretty sure I took GM first. I don't know how that ended up on top, but whatever. I was looking at it. What? Why is it? What's going on? Alright, well, for whatever reason, Lightspeed's doing that. So I took it at 52 and 53. Really quick trade there. 52, 53. Took it right about here. Ah, yes, okay. So I was looking at it for a triangle. Not a great triangle, but a triangle nonetheless. That couldn't have been what I was looking at. Okay, so I was looking at GM, definitely making a kind of an ascending triangle. So I definitely have a long order in, but I mean this thing breaks down pretty quick, kind of making a new triangle here. Moving averages are sitting above it now. The 20 finally caught up, and it looks like it wants to break underneath the VWAP. Only problem is that it has to break underneath this here. Profit target could be, I don't think that's a pivot point there. I think that's just where I left the cursor last. Profit target could be somewhere around the whole number at 46.10 there. Alright, so I filled at 37. Not a bad looking trade. Moves down. I'm up 40 bucks at this point. Which is basically a 1-to-1, so I'm risking 10. What did I write? I wrote risk of 50 cents in at 37. So I'm playing it about. What I should be doing is playing it with even the VWAP really, because if it makes a good move, I think what I was kind of worried about is I don't want to use too big a size and get squeezed out. Yeah, made a good move down for sure. But if it doesn't make that move like that, I don't want my size to be so huge that if I get put in, it doesn't make a move, and then I'm sitting there holding on to like 500 shares or something. Which, by the way, I'm risking 13 cents on this trade, and my profit target is 15. So 15 is a good spot. So I mean, I got my 1R. It's definitely struggling. And then we get that crazy thing. I actually want to look at that slower. It's still too fast. Alright, so at this point I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, this thing, like, what can you do about that? I'm at my 1R, and I mean, that's good. Thought it might move more. Pulls back a little bit. I mean, 6 cents on 400 shares is a big deal, so. I'm looking to take half right now if it keeps moving down, but down another penny. I jumps 12 cents. I mean, within one trade, all of a sudden, like 151 and then 250. Some dude just bought 200 or 100,000 shares, and it ended up bringing me all the way down. Oh, another 40 bucks. So kind of got screwed on that one, I guess. And then finally get out at 45 there with that huge hammer that it's forming there. I'm wondering because this is where that hammer came in. If I decided to hold on to that, then it gets even worse, and I mean, I finally do get out at the 50, and then it goes above the 20 even. But then it turns around really hard and goes right back underneath VWAP and everything. But that's not my setup. That's not a trade for me to be taking. I mean, I can look at this as many ways as I want to. It's just, this isn't a trade for me. That's just what it is. You know, that really doesn't look that bad, honestly. But it's just the same situation. I mean, looking at it on the 5 minutes, you know, it has that huge move up, and then it pulls back, touches VWAP, goes back up again, and then, you know, I mean, it looks better for a long on the 5, so the whole time I'm thinking long, 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 and then, you know, the triangles can always be short or long, and I guess I could have shorted underneath VWAP. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't take that trade. That's a no trade for me. I can't try and force my way around it and say, well, I could have done it like this, but that's just not how I really want to be doing things. So I don't know. Really, I guess I could have taken a smaller size. I feel like whenever I was in that trade, I felt like I just had too big a size. You know, 300 shares might have been a much better scenario. I was up 1R, and I told myself that I made a couple of new rules for myself. One is that if I'm ever down $50 in a trade ever, I'm just going to exit the trade, because I don't need any more losers that are bigger than $50. And the second rule was that if I am ever up 1R on any given trade, I will move my stop loss to break even. And in this case, I didn't even have a chance to do that. This thing turned around. I mean, if it bumps up 12 cents and I got 400 shares, that's $48 that I just lost in the blink of an eye. And I mean, I don't really think there's anything I can do about that. I can talk to my mentor and see what he thinks, but I mean, what are you gonna do, really? I should have taken my profits, though. I guess I wasn't thinking too clearly on it, because obviously I would have taken, you know, half off at 1R if I had realized that I was even up 1R. But my profit target was, you know, I was risking 13 to make 22. So I mean, it was like a 1.5 to 1 risk reward, and I didn't want to make sure that I got out too early or something. But I mean, that's what I get, I guess. So second trade that I took was HMNY. It was a falling wedge at, looks like 10. So right about there I was looking at it. Traded it on the ones. Kind of something like that. Actually, that's a lie. I think I traded on the 5s. Traded on the 5s, but I mean, I was in and out really quickly. It was a 4-minute trade there. You can see it bounced off of the 9 really nicely. My profit target was ultimately the pivot line here. You see it kind of crept up, made a really nice initial move, ended up getting in at, looks like 1503. I wanted to get in past the whole number and the 9. I never went negative on the trade, so I knew right from the beginning that it was a good situation. Pulled back a little bit on me, came back to my entry. So I was up about 20 cents at one point. I was risking about 20 cents to make 30 cents. So another 1.5 to 1R here. But I mean, it's pretty small size here. I took 150 shares, but I only risked 20 cents. So if I'm risking 20 cents, that means I should be taking 250 shares. But same situation. I didn't have a lot of confidence in it, because wedges that are early in the day like this, I don't know, I just don't feel that. I don't feel not comfortable enough to not take it, but I don't feel comfortable enough to go like full size, you know, a 5 rating on the confidence for it. So I mean, made a nice move, pulled back a little bit. Should have had a little bit bigger size, honestly. I mean, what I should have done really is take my profit again up here, because another situation, I was up 1R, but I wanted to see that 1.5R. I wanted to see it get up there, but you know, these are areas, and I guess 7 cents on this was enough, really. I'm trying to remember it. there are a few situations. I think, like right as soon as I was thinking about getting out, I was thinking that there was a hidden buyer. Oh, it's already loaded. I was thinking that there was a hidden buyer, so I'm in. Makes a decent move up. Get up to 23, but the spread was a little too much. Start seeing some resistance at 19. Comes back down on me. A little bit negative on the trade. It's fine. Comes back again. Because you see it's bouncing off of that 20 for sure. But now we're up, and we see, I saw the buyer. I was like, okay, everything's looking really good on this trade right now. Same situation. If I had 250 shares, I'm up 20 cents on this trade. I'm up 50 bucks right now. But didn't take full size, so I'm used to seeing, if I'm up 50 bucks, that means I have 1R. I'm really used to seeing that. And in this case, I took too small a size, so I'm up almost 30 bucks. Didn't see it. So we break underneath that. The buyer gets taken out. We're up at 28, 24. I was like, okay, looking good. Pulls back a little bit again. Buyer's back again at 15, comes back up, back in the 20s again. So I had a couple of opportunities to be taking profits here, but I really wanted to see it in the 30s. Like that was my thing. I was like, all right, as soon as I see it in the 30s, that's when I'm taking half. And then I believe it was right here at this 22 is where I was like, okay, I think there might be a hidden buyer there or something. Goes back around 19, and then I just finally get out at 12. 18, I'm up 22 bucks, and then drops $9 on me just like that. So I know a situation where I'm just kind of leaking my profits. Today was better though. Today was better. That GM trade that was just dumb. I don't really know what else to say about that. Might have been a break-even day really. I didn't trade yesterday, so I'm kind of coming back into it fresh right now. Obviously those two rules that I made for myself are definitely things that I need to absolutely implement. Same with, obviously, I was up 1R on both of these trades, and I didn't recognize it on both of them, and again, I'm just leaking these profits, and I don't know how I keep doing this to myself, but I really need to do something. I guess I'm not paying enough attention, really. That's got to be what it is, because I was up 1R on both of these trades, and it's just, I don't know. But then the other trade that I missed was CAT. I was staring at this thing for 30 minutes at least. It just kept bouncing off of it, and wanted to get in above the 50, and then finally, after the longest time of thinking this thing, okay, no, it's not a good short, it's not a good short here, 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 not here, not here. And finally, after the 20 finally caught up with it, I was like, okay, maybe now it might be finally a good short. If it hasn't gone long at all for the past 30 minutes, well, maybe it's going to be a good short. But I didn't like it because I would have had to short it right underneath the VWAP, and then it's got to break underneath this resistance here, because this ultimately would have been my profit target. So this would have been a 1-to-1 trade. I could have risked, I could have entered right underneath the whole number, or about 5 cents. And that's about, I don't know, 20 cents max risk maybe. So I could have taken 250 shares, and 250 shares, the thing moved $1.50. That could have been a $400 trade right there. Just I didn't switch my bias fast enough, so ended up missing out on that one. I won't see another move like that probably for another month. Those things, that just doesn't happen. Like, this is the home run trade that I'm obviously always wanting, but these home run trades don't happen every single day like this, so I gotta be sure that I'm aiming for singles, doubles, and triples, and if a home run happens, obviously great. But so things for tomorrow, my 2 rules, and then if I'm up 1R, I need to take it. Take at least half. If I'm up 1R, take half. And recognize when you are up 1R. You know, I pushed it today, and I wanted that 1.5R, and I was like, alright, if it just gets this little tiny bit more, I'll take my profits. And then it doesn't get that, and then, you know, it costs me in the end. So, just the way it is, gotta practice. Come back tomorrow. Not a terrible day, not a great day either, just kind of reiterating the same stuff. So, I'll be back again trading tomorrow. Thanks for watching.